If you're feeling confused about why Diddy wasn't found guilty for sex trafficking, you're not alone. Sadly, these kinds of outcomes happen more often than not in human trafficking cases. But let's talk about a few of the reasons why. First, it's important to understand that human trafficking cases are incredibly hard to prosecute for many reasons, but especially because survivor testimony is often undermined by the public's murky understanding of how to tell the difference between consent and coercion. Abusers rely on imbalanced power dynamics and can use threats, violence, blackmail, drugs, and other tactics to force an unwilling victim to do what they want. Because these types of crimes often happen in private and over a long period of time, it's not always obvious when they're happening. So just because a relationship may appear consensual from the outside, that doesn't mean it's the reality behind closed doors. It's also crucial to clarify that not guilty doesn't equal innocent. It just means the burden of proof for a crime wasn't met. Verdicts issued in court do not always definitively say whether trafficking did or did not happen. Sometimes it can mean the jury didn't find enough evidence to prove beyond reasonable doubt that the defendant committed these offenses. This issue is also in part a systemic one. For instance, out of every 1,000 sexual assaults, 975 perpetrators walk free. Many of the trafficking survivors we've worked with have also voiced that the justice system isn't set up to protect survivors of sexual violence. Heightened scrutiny can often be misplaced on the survivor's credibility instead of the abuser's behavior, with the broken and unfair burden to be the perfect victim, leaving little room for error. So even when survivors do come forward, the majority of the time their perpetrators aren't held accountable. At the end of the day, this case shows that we have so much more work to do to create a society that believes and supports survivors. This trial's outcome doesn't erase the courage of the survivors who came forward and testified, and our hearts go out to every single survivor who's struggling right now to reconcile with this case. We believe you and we support you, and we're gonna keep fighting to make your voices heard.